Hey guys, so this month I have collected quite a bit of books, and I mean a massive amount of books. Some I got from an Huckleberry book sale, some my dad bought me, and others I just picked up here and there. So I will be separating this haul into 3, maybe 4 videos because, oh my gosh, I went crazy. I'm just gonna jump right into it. The first book that I have is Tithe by Holly Black, and I was really excited to pick up a copy of this because I've heard a lot of great things about this author. In this story, we follow 16-year-old Kay as she's traveling around with her mother's rock band, and suddenly she is thrown into the midst of a fairy war. So it sounds really interesting, plus it's about fairies, and I love fairies, so yeah, I was really excited to find this one. Next, I have the first 18 books in the Left Behind series by Jerry B. Jenkins and Tim LaHaye. These books are basically about what happens after the rapture, after Jesus has already come back and taken the believers. It's about the people who are left behind, and I just remember loving these when I was little. I never got through all of them. I think I only read maybe 2 of them, but I was super excited to find these because I have books 19 through 40, but I didn't feel right starting from book 19, so I'm really happy that I was able to find the first 18 books. I think there are only 40 books in the series. I believe there are. These are pretty thin books, so these are going to be very quick reads. I'm hoping that when I do get around to them, that I can enjoy them as much as I did when I was younger, if not more. Next, I have A Great and Terrible Beauty and Rebel Angels by Libba Bray, and these are the first 2 books in the trilogy. Through this story, we follow Gemma Doyle, who has psychic abilities. She can basically see the future, and there are some supernatural elements in here, as well as some romance. And overall, this just sounds like it's going to be a really interesting series. I've read one other book by Libba Bray, and that was The Diviners, which I absolutely loved. I love Libba Bray's writing style, and so I'm super excited to jump into these because I've heard great things about these books. I actually already owned a copy of this one, but because my copy was kind of jacked up, I wanted to switch them out. I know I'm probably going to love these a lot, so I'm going to try to get to them really soon. Next, I have Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain, and oh my gosh, you guys, I found this at the dollar store. Okay, my local dollar store had this, and I was so excited because I really did enjoy this book, and these are so expensive. I mean, this is such a pretty edition of it, and these are so expensive online. I mean, at Book Outlet, you might get them for $6.99 each, but this was $1. So I was super happy to find this. I really enjoyed Huckleberry Finn. It was such a funny story. It literally made me laugh out loud, and I love it when books can make me laugh like that. This was just such an enjoyable story. Huckleberry Finn is so ridiculous. He's just so stinking ridiculous, but such a fun character, and I was so stinking glad that I found this book in the dollar store. This was seriously a great find. I also picked up Dombey by Darren Shan from the dollar store, and honestly, I was a little hesitant to get this because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan and I am automatically biased towards anything else zombie related. So I took a chance, picked this up, haven't read it yet. I guess I will at some point because I bought it. I'm hoping that it's gonna be good. I'm hoping I like this one. Next, I have Piercing the Darkness and This Present Darkness by Frank Peretti, and these are 2 separate stories. They're not a part of a series, well, not that I know of. And these are Christian thrillers. I've actually read 2 other books by Frank Peretti before, and they were the Veritas Project duology, which I did enjoy. I rated the first one 3 out of 5 stars, and the second one 4 out of 5 stars. I liked Frank Peretti's writing, and so I was excited to find these because I've been wanting to read some other Frank Peretti books. I do own one other book. It's Illusion, and I haven't read it yet, but I plan to get into some Frank Peretti really soon, so glad I was able to pick these up. Next, I have Poe by William Brittner, and this is just an Edgar Allan Poe biography. I love Edgar Allan Poe so much that I would love to learn more about him. I know quite a bit about him already, but I saw this, and it's such a pretty green color, I felt like I had to put this on my shelf. As you can see, there's still some library sticky stuff on it, and I'm currently trying to scrub it off, but you know, that's the one thing I don't like about ex-library books is the stinking library stickers, and I hate library bindings. Oh my gosh, they're so frustrating. But I have had some success in removing some of the stickers and including the plastic library bindings. Maybe I'll do a video on how I remove them. If you guys get your hands on some library bindings and you want to get rid of them, then I can give you some tips on how to remove them. I still have quite a few books that I'm working on at the moment. Trying to get the stinking library stickers off. They're so stinking annoying. But I said, you know what? If I see a book that I want, I'm not going to let those nasty library stickers or that nasty library binding prevent me from getting those books, okay? No, I will not. I will do my best to remove them. Worst case scenario, I can just donate them or even take them to Second to Charles and get some book credits. So, yeah. I took a chance, and I'm glad I did because the books that I really wanted, I was able to get the library binding off of. But back to the haul, the next book that I have is The Help by Catherine Stockett, and I saw the movie a few years ago and I loved it, so now I have my own copy of the book. I also picked up Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I have been wanting to get this book for such a long time. A few book bloggers that I follow mentioned this book and they talked about how much they loved it, and so I felt like I needed to have this book. I mean, you love it. We have similar tastes. That must mean that I'm gonna love it too. So I was so happy that I was able to pick this up because I've been wanting it for a long time. This is supposed to be a gothic mystery, and I love gothic stories so much, so I'm really excited to read this one. Next, I have The Six Wives of Henry VIII by Alison Weir, and I'm just so fascinated with the royals. The kings and queens of Europe are just so interesting to me, and I love learning about their history, and so I was super excited that I saw this. I was glad to pick it up, and I can't wait to learn more about them. I already know a good bit about Henry VIII and his 6 wives. He was seriously a jerk. I mean, and that's nice. Saying he's a jerk is like really too nice for him. He was just evil, and the things that he put his wives through, the things that he did to his wives, just wrong. 2 of Henry Tudor's wives he divorced, 2 he had executed, 1 died, and the last woman he was married to survived. So if you want to know the full story about his wives, then you should pick up a book, or you can even look it up on Wikipedia. But I do encourage you to read it because it's history, and it's always interesting learning about things that happened before you were born. This was like way, 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 way before I was born, but yeah, I guess I'll get to this one at some point. Next, I have The Constant Princess by Philippa Gregory, and this is actually about Catherine of Aragon, who was married to Henry VIII's older brother Arthur. Philippa Gregory is well known for her historical fictions, and I actually saw a show, The White Queen, that was based off of one of her books, and I loved the show so much that I immediately went and put Philippa Gregory's books into my wish list. So far, this is the only book that I own by her, but this definitely won't be the last. I love historical fiction, and I have heard great things about Philippa Gregory's writing and her storytelling, so I'm really excited to read this one, and I'm excited to get my hands on more Philippa Gregory books. And lastly, I have The Fold by Anne Na, which is a coming-of-age story about a teenager named Joyce who doesn't think that she's pretty enough to be with the guy that she likes. After her aunt wins some lottery money, she gives her the option to get plastic surgery to make herself prettier, and Joyce is considering whether she should take her aunt up on her offer. This is something a lot of girls go through, and I myself have gone through this at times too. But what you have to understand is that if a guy wants you just because of your appearance, then he's not the right guy for you, okay? He's not the one. What's in here seriously matters the most, and if he doesn't want you for that, then drop him. He ain't worth it. So that was it for the first part of my spring book haul. If you guys are interested in seeing the other books that I picked up, then make sure you stay tuned for the other parts of this video. And oh my gosh, you guys, I recently did a giveaway where one winner will receive their choice of I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu or A Flame in the Mist by Renee Audier. So make sure you guys check it out. The giveaway ends May 16th, okay? May 16th. So make sure you check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.